There
because
you go.
oh, there it goes. You guys see that?
Welcome,
Says,
Donna.
says recording.
Mhm.
And so welcome to my first time doing the Zoom for Team Renewed. um, Iris is off having dinner with a dear friend um, on the anniversary of losing our her husband. So last year at this time, we had just found out that a good friend of ours had crashed in a chopper on their way back to Alaska, and it was a really rough time for us and our church family and all that. So, but she's out doing that. All right, I am going to um, go ahead and turn it over to Shannon to do the spotlight on ProBio 5, and we'll go from there.
Thomas, would you go ahead and mute everyone, just in case they don't know how to? Since we have we might have a couple of new people on.
Yep, I'm gonna
No.
mute everyone except for the interpreter, so he can talk
Right.
back if I need to. Now, how does that work for people on the phone? Is there a way for them to let me? They can unmute themselves, right, if they need to talk.
Correct.
That's right. Okay. So everybody's going to be muted. If you need to interject before I unmute people, please just feel free to click that unmute button and speak up. So Shannon, it's on you.
Thanks, Thomas. Hey, everybody. All right. So I volunteered to do the ProBio 5 because it, as well as some of you know, the X Factor hold a very special place in my heart, personally, because one of the first side effects of Plexus that I noticed when I first got on it, one of the very first things was I noticed that my long-time battle with my stomach ulcer that I had been diagnosed with when I was 13, that ulcer, that was gone, and that had plagued me for a long time. And we'll get to that in a minute why that did help. So ProBio 5, a lot of you know it, love it. One of the things it says on here is it talks about how it's supposed to, gosh, I need to get new glasses, but provides intestinal gut health and balance. And it's also a gluten-free product, even though it does mention yeast in here. So it seems like it's a contradictory term for a lot of people who see it. It's just because some of these cultures are grown in yeast. However, it is a gluten-free product. Some of the inactive ingredients are brown rice, gelatin, water, and now we're going to get to the good stuff. But first, I'd like to let people know that the founder, the one who actually developed this product, wants ambassadors to know that ProBio 5 is a product designed to abate candida and 24 common fungi or fungi that inhibit weight loss and affect wellness. And as such, colony forming units do not apply for this product because it's a synergistic blending of the probiotics and very effective enzymes that produce the wanted results. Everything in this product is for the above, or what I'm about to say, the stated results, and for balance, and to assist in flushing out the necrotic matter that results with organism die-off. Colony forming units would apply if we were looking to create a probiotic product for general support in gut and intestinal tract. It is a mistake to represent ProBio 5 as a comprehensive probiotic product, okay? Since the task of achieving non-beneficial organism abatement is actually the goal of this product. There is no other product we know of that is as effective as ProBio 5 in truly abating and additionally synthesizing the candida and fungal die-off. Some products assist with some reduction of candida and or fungal presence, but don't produce the level of die-off that ProBio 5 does. And the lack of effectively synthesizing the necrotic matter can result in miserable detox symptoms. All phases of abatement and detox are addressed with Probio 5. So essentially what I'm saying is um, this is stripping your garden, the garden that has been neglected for years. The soil is stripped of all its nutrients. There's weeds everywhere. This gets rid of all the weeds. You're getting all that old dead soil out of there. What you want, and this puts in the new good soil with all the nutrients, okay? When you want to go in and plant the flowers and all the new growth, you go for the vital biome, okay? So please understand that that is what this is. Excuse me, I didn't mean to click my camera there. So again, this gets rid of all the bad stuff and lays down the good nutrient-rich soil, okay? So I just want the newbies to be especially aware of that. This is not a typical classic probiotic. This is what leads to healing and killing off of the stuff that causes so much of the issues that people suffer with today, which we're going to get to right now, actually. One of the biggest things being depression. Depression can be, of course, caused by events in your life and everything, but widespread depression that people suffer from is often caused by candida depression. And one of the top 3 symptoms that candida presents is candida depression. As candida invades the liver and impairs the liver's normal function of detoxifying the blood will then carry a higher level of toxins like acetaldehyde than is normal. Depression is certainly a brain abnormality. However, in most cases, there's nothing actually wrong with the brain. Rather, the impurity of the circulation that feeds the brain is what is causing the symptoms. It can be compared to trying to operate your computer on the wrong voltage, then wondering why nothing's working right. Proper candida treatment is very effective in clearing up depression and restoring a person's bright outlook on life. It happened for me. A feeling of spontaneity and interest and excitement in things returns. And when you're using this product, and hope and reasons to smile come back. And these improvements are usually seen within the first few days of candida treatment. For some, if they're really far gone, it might take maybe a month, but it usually happens relatively quickly with consistent use and drinking of water and magnesium to flush the stuff out with our, for instance, with our BioCleanse product. And it continues from then on with consistent use. Keeping your digestive and your elimination processes working smoothly is important in that goal to keep candida at bay. And if the digestive process does not adequately break down food, and larger particles of carbohydrates, starches, and sugars are allowed to pass into the lower small intestines where candida lives, the body is essentially feeding the candida, which possibly results in an overgrowth. Digestion is critical not only to the proper absorption of nutrients, but also in the quest to keep the friendly bacteria, excuse me, I just lost my notes there, the bacteria at desired levels. Elimination is also very important, especially, I cannot emphasize this enough, especially during the die-off process. As toxins are emitted from dyeing, the yeast carcasses can cause adverse side effects and feelings of flu-like symptoms, even if it starts to come out of your skin, if you're not hydrating and taking BioCleanse or good magnesium, it can even come out of your skin, you get rashes, even boils. So make sure you're staying hydrated and flushing. Ensure those bowels are emptying efficiently. It's so important when controlling Candida albicans. Without sufficient probiotics, your body's nutrient absorption is impaired, and this can result in producing an environment that is supportive of yeast and more fungal growth. Probio 5 contains 5 powerful probiotics. You've got your Bacillus coagulans, which is also known as Lactobacillus sporogenes, your Lactobacillus acidophilus, your Lactobacillus plantarum, your Bacillus longum and your uh, Saccharomyces boulardii. Okay, those are the 5 big players of cultures in the ProBio 5. Probiotics may be also useful in unexpected ways. Studies have shown from 2010 all the way up until just the last couple of years from Yale, Harvard, Johns Hopkins, things that a lot of the medical community are not acknowledging, that gut health is linked to autism, ADHD, autoimmune diseases, Crohn's, IBS, IBD, eczema. I mean, it just runs the gamut. I mean, all the way down to little things like eczema, sorry guys, bacterial vaginosis, to things like we were talking about earlier, depression and autism. These are big things. Cardiovascular health. I mean, athletic performance. This is affecting our overall health. 70% of our immune system is in our gut. That's big. That is our whole bodily function right there. Okay, moving on. I want to get to what these key players do, and it doesn't stop the probios in here. We got to talk about the enzymes. Okay, am I running out of time, Thomas? How am I doing? Am I getting there? I better hurry up. Okay, so
you're almost there.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. I better hurry up then. Let me jump ahead then. So why put enzymes? We got enzymes in the ProBio 5, right? So why put those in there? Yeast and fungal organisms are comprised of proteins, chitin, cellulose structures. Proteins are broken down by proteolytic enzymes or peptizymes. Okay, the chitin structures can only be processed in the presence of chitosanase, and which is a big enzyme. We need that in there. The enzyme profile in ProBio 5, which is microencapsulated, is designed to process away the protein-based outer layer of yeast and fungal organisms. This then exposes the interior of those organisms not only to the hostile environment of our gut, but also to that chitosanase, which totally erodes and kicks butt off that chitin, and then it eats away and kills the yeast in our gut. And then once it's dead, it's not reproducing, and it can be flushed away, and it's no longer attacking our gut. They're super efficient. Enzymes are super efficient and effective in the destruction of yeast and fungi. And each capsule of these contains 2 billion probiotic live cells. That's great, but you need on average about 40 billion CFU, and that's why we like to add in that vital bio, not to step on someone else's spotlight. So I'm going to go on and move on to the enzymes, because I do want to talk about the grapeseed extract, because those are really important too, okay? So you've got your protease, you've got your peptizyme, your cellulase, your chitosanase, and I believe you have your serrapeptase in here too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you do. So I'm going to try to speed this up since I'm running out of time. All of these enzymes, they break down proteins, they reduce inflammation, they aid in digestion. Protease, for instance, which you can find in pineapple, it catalyzes the hydrolytic breakdown of proteins into peptides or amino acids. It can aid people who have problems digesting food. It can help ease symptoms associated with rheumatoid arthritis. It's historically been used in the treatment of cancer, including breast, stomach, reproductive, lymph, and lung cancers. When you're suffering from any kind of inflammatory disease like rheumatoid arthritis, protease enzymes can help deconstruct immune complexes formed as a result of the condition. Autoimmune diseases like lupus and RA produce high levels of antibodies that can build up in your body, increasing redness, pain, swelling. And the anti-inflammatory properties of protease enzymes work to break down antibody-related inflammation into basic elements and make it easier to eliminate the associated waste from your body. Peptidenzymes or proteolytic enzymes which refer to these enzymes that break down the proteins. They've been used in Europe and Japan for over 30 years, by the way, and have been demonstrated in effectiveness in treating inflammation and now ear, nose, and throat disorders even, as well as aiding in digestion, arthritis, and boosting the immune system. And cellulase, we need that to break down cellulose fiber and aid in the formation of healthy cell membranes. I'm trying to speed up here and get to the good stuff and try to. Okay, let's get to our probiotics a little bit and tell what each one does. The Bacillus coagulans, also known as Lactobacillus sporogenes, that used to be what it was called. That's why I keep mentioning that, because some people may not know it as Bacillus coagulans these days. It inhibits the growth of pathogenic bacteria. It settles in the digestive tract and produces enough lactic acid and other antagonistic substances to inhibit the growth of pathogenic bacteria. It's also used for other health applications such as treatment of infectious diseases, diarrhea caused by broad spectrum antibiotics, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and even as a cancer preventative. Lactobacillus acidophilus, which my mother pushed on me my whole life, is a friendly bacteria that it possesses several unique properties actually that make the probiotic strain especially effective as a health booster. For example, it has the exceptional ability to bind to the intestinal mucosa and in turn increase the gut's overall population of beneficial bacteria. It's particularly powerful at reducing inflammation and producing or protecting against inflammation related health problems. Studies have shown that it's reduced pain in sufferers of IBS. It fights atopic dermatitis, which is the most common form of eczema, and improves cardiovascular health. It's also said to sharpen memory, fight cavities, enhance athletic performance, like I mentioned before, and promote weight loss.
Right.
Another one is, what did I mention? Oh, yes, Bacillus longum. It inhibits the growth of harmful bacteria and aids in digestion. It keeps the digestive system running smoothly, blocks the growth of harmful bacteria. Hi, kitty. Boosts the immune system, and the organism ferments sugars into lactic acid instead of allowing them to feed the yeast. And it has just many health benefits for humans overall, and it's often the dominant bacterium found in humans. Saccharomyces boulardii, known as S. boulardii, increases healthy intestinal bacteria, inhibits harmful bacteria and candida growth. It's a unique non-pathogenic, yeast that has many beneficial actions in the intestinal tract, and it's been utilized worldwide as a probiotic supplement to support gastrointestinal health by increasing intestinal populations of healthy bacteria, by decreasing numbers of disease-causing organisms. And it also plays a role in preventing the candida yeast from reproducing in the gut. Lactobacillus acidophilus.
Can we go to about a 1 minute sum up, because we're going on 20 minutes now?
Okay. It also contains vitamin C, grapeseed.
Sorry to interrupt. I need to step away and grab a screaming child.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it also contains vitamin C, grapeseed extract, vitamin B6. We know these are great things for our body, but you don't know why, or maybe you do. But here's why. Vitamin C not only helps our immune system, it also detoxifies the body and aids in the production of bile, which reduces cholesterol and intestinal inflammation. When vitamin C is digested, it becomes water-soluble antioxidant. That's big, guys. Because in its water-soluble state, vitamin C can directly affect the free radicals in the body. It's been proven to increase collagen synthesis, repress the accumulation of arterial plaque, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, and strengthen, of course, the immune system, as we all know already. And it's proven to act as an antihistamine and ease inflammation in the digestion tract. Grapeseed extract, powerful antioxidant, antiviral, and antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants that will fight free radicals, and it's 20 times more powerful than vitamin C, 50 times stronger than vitamin E, and it's a potent antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory substance. And it's been extensively researched in universities all around the world. And then B6, necessary for enzymes to metabolize food and increase internal oxygen levels. The probiotics and enzymes in ProBio 5 are assisted by the addition of vitamin B6, and it's required by enzymes involved in protein metabolism. And it's also essential for red blood cell metabolism. So in addition, vitamin B6 helps increase the amount of oxygen carried by blood, and a well-oxygenated body is resistant to yeast and fungi. And as we mentioned in our last meeting, a well-oxygenated body is going to resist cancer, and it's going to fight cancer. So I think since I've probably overdone my time, I think I've probably covered about as much as I need to cover. I know I totally geeked out on you guys, but this is a lot of food for thought. I've probably planted some seeds that for you guys to research. So when people ask you, why should I do ProBio 5? How is this different from anything else? You should, these are the main points to take away. We have a lot of heavy hitters in this product. This product, it's not just a probiotic. It's an attack dog is what it is. This is to go in and clear out all the crap, pardon my language, and start the healing process. Clear the way so that you can start putting the good stuff in with the vital biome, and the healing can begin. Okay, that's all I got to say, or I'll keep talking. I get too excited about this stuff.
Well, that's probably something we could drop in on the team page, correct?
You're talking about some of my notes?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a lot.
Or whether it's that, or I think we might have some document places to where we can put.
Sure, I'll clean it up because you don't want to see what this mess looks like. I'll clean it up and I'll format it for you, and I absolutely could do that. Sure.
That'd be a great place to reference for those when they want to dig into the more scientific side of it, the clinical studies and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And just having a resource.
We have a guest here
to pull from. So. Awesome. That is ProBio 5 is such an amazing probiotic enzyme blend. So what?
Hey, little man.
What?
Hi, Tim Dale.
So moving on to Instagram. So how many of you are working Instagram on a regular basis?
I'm breaking in easy. I've just had a lot on my plate right now with a new job.
Well,
but I am not walking away from it.
Well, it's one of those things that you can build slowly, and even weekly consistency will see you can see progress. So I need to figure out, how do I screen share? So
if you see a green box with the arrow that's pointing up, you click on that.
I'm looking at that, and then go to desktop. Share desktop.
Yeah, in the Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I apologize for saying so much during my presentation, guys. I just received a critique via text. Apparently I was saying quite a bit. Sorry about that.
What? No. So, okay. Well, it logged me out. Hey, could you not grab the eagle? Okay. All right. Oh, joy. My Instagram account is not letting me on. So let me just grab that real quick. Okay, so this will give a little bit of a picture of Instagram. The web version or the computer version does limit you, but I can show you some of the highlights. One of the things that, as well as having a good a bio, something here, pointing them in a direction to get them more information. I have them going to guthealthmatters.com, which is Iris and I's blog. So my thing is just my name, a veteran, and health. Gives them an idea of kind of what my profile's about. Then I have what?
No, that one.
You want to sit there?
That's good intro, Thomas. I like that a lot.
From active duty Army to active duty daddy, father of 5. I need to put a plus sign there. And then homeschooling Alaska, EOD. So I could probably make that a little bit better. I've refined it quite a few times over the last, I don't know, year or so. But that's what it is. So here are some of my posts. I like keeping it real. I do use filters a lot of the time to make them look a little bit better. I haven't really gotten my theme down. You know, some Instagram accounts that you go on are just gorgeous and amazing. You know, I'm just going to be me. But
I like
this right here is a link to what's called Instagram TV, IGTV. And you can do 10 or 15 minutes worth of vertical video. And if you see the Stories of Hope, this is a Brenda Martin. I took that from one of the ones that the Abarts made. And so it actually plays that video for longer than your standard 1-minute video, which most of these are. Like if you put a regular video in a post, it's 1 minute. If you put it in your stories are broken up to 15 seconds per frame. But Instagram TV gives you a longer, the ability to say more. And I guess the more followers you have, they give you a little bit more time. It seems like once you hit 10,000 followers or more, Instagram gives you more tools to use. So one of the hardest things with Instagram is following up with people. It's easy to lose people and forget who you've talked with or who you want to target. But you can actually save. Really? You can actually save posts that you like, and you can categorize them. And I could drop maybe some quick little instructional on that later. So these are people, some of these are Plexus people, like this right here, this person. This would take me to a profile, Laura Bogle, who is a Plexus person who always posts Plexus and stories. So I like to follow her because I can click on this one and there's a story. There's somebody's Plexus story. Sometimes it's simple, like she's just talking about getting the $40 off. Sometimes it's an actual testimony. So some good before and afters, all kinds of interesting stuff. She is all Plexus all the time. And so I use her as a resource. And I'd be happy to share any of those with anybody if they want, you know, to have some of those same resources. So people that I follow, people that I'm interested in maybe connecting with or such. So saving them, that's a good way to help you kind of organize stuff. Up here in stories, I'll click on this real quick and do a quick run through of what I have posted, which I just posted today. So I started out with talking about fixing a stroller. So just zip ties, you know, you've got these different little things that you can drop in on your stories to make them fun. You always want to have some sort of a hashtag because that's free advertising. And, you know, right now iOS 13 is not working real well. So, and then I went into talking about the pumpkin spice latte thing. I've stolen most of these from other people's stories. You can actually press and hold on a story and all the stuff around the outside goes away, and then you can screenshot these. And so I added some of this at the bottom, this weekend only for this promotion. There's a comparison between pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks, some basic information about the product. And then right here, I don't know if I can pause this. I'm going to go back. This is a call out right here at the bottom where people can go click on either one of these. And it's important to have, that's your call to action. And so I like using those. And it's two positives. It's never yes or no. Come here, buddy. And then I did a quick video of just kind of talking about what just went on. So I did a little bit talk about what I just advertised in the product. Made it sweet and simple. Add some words in there. Hopefully, you know, it's enough of something to get people to click on the volume, because volume is something you actually have to turn on Instagram. It's usually in the default off position. And so people either have to hit the button on the side of their phone to turn the volume on. And you know, most of the time I watch stuff that with the volume off and I just read the captions. So sometimes it's nice to put something down there to kind of, that formatting is way off now. But so that's stories, and you just drop whatever you're doing. Like Mitzi, if you're going for a run, or you know, capturing something exciting during the week. And I have taken one picture and turned it into a series of 5, 6, 7, 7 of those frames, because I'll change the wording. Because maybe I'm using one picture, but I'm telling a story. And so you can put your words in there, and then at the very top you can actually save your frame, and you can add more words and save your frame. And I can do some screenshotting of the actual phone to where I can show you a little bit easier and talk through that, or maybe might be able to throw some captioning in there as well. That way I can show you kind of step by step how I work through the stories. And it's good to have both. I would say you need to post these posts down here. So I'll go back to my post. A couple a week. You know, some people are diehards and they post 2, 3, 4 times a day. I probably average 1 a week. I would like to get up to like 3 or 4 a week. That's my goal, but 1 a week. But I try to always keep something in stories. Never let my stories run dry. When I went on my trip to my father-son trip to Colorado, I had up to 200 people viewing my stories every day. You know, you can generate a lot of interest. Yeah. So there's a lot with Instagram. I really like the platform. You find somebody you like, let me go to my feed real quick. These are just people that I'm following. And there's a lot of homeschool families and such. So if you click on something that has, you see all the likes down here, 16 likes, 3 likes, 11 likes, you can actually click on there and see who these people are. And if they're people that are following somebody you like, I'll go in there and I'll follow a bunch of them and see who will follow me back. I just kind of like-minded individuals. You can actually click on their profile if you want to preview before you friend them and see if, make sure they look legitimate, whatever. But I like going that route of people that I found that I find interesting and possibly be able to market towards. And then I go find people that are following them as well, and I'll like and try to friend them. So that is just a fraction of what I've learned. Any questions? Because I know we've gone pretty long tonight. So
I think I'm going to have to watch this again and take notes, and then maybe throw some questions at you in the chat.
Okay.
Maybe.
Absolutely. Who's that?
Mama.
Instagram is an
Think that's
intimidating
Mama?
world to me.
On the flip side of that, it's so easy because you don't have that connection with people. It's like, Facebook, some people, they know you, and it's like, okay, they might know your past and they might hold stuff against you, or just like, oh sure, doing something else again, or what's this new thing that they're doing. But with Instagram, it's kind of like a clean slate.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I think presenting yourself as whoever you are and whatever you do, make that way people know that you're a real person.
I tend to be a voyeur on Instagram more than anything, and that's what I want to break out of.
It's easy to do that, and some of the people that I've ran across are kind of through that, something just pops up and I'm like, I'm gonna message that person and see if they're interested in the business or the product. And you just never know what's gonna pop up. You can follow hashtags as well. If you've got a certain demographic, whether it's runners or homeschooling families, you can actually follow that hashtag and it'll put things in your feed in that category. And then when you see something that you think fits, somebody that you want to, okay, hey, that looks like somebody that I'd like to contact. So there's so many different areas to do it. There's so many different ways. And the first step is just doing it, being real, showing life, because there's a lot of people that rather be a part of real people's lives. And I constantly get the nicest no's. You've got such a awesome family. We love seeing your updates. And so at least people comment back. So well, Iris said that she's going to be doing a bonus Zoom, kind of end of the month wrap up tomorrow at 8 p.m. Wrap up bingo and my story. And yeah, was there? There you go, Mitzi. You got your bingo card.
I missed the boat on that one.
Yeah, me too.
I kept meaning to, and I just been up to my balls.
But yeah, so if there's not any other questions on Instagram, please feel free to drop me any questions that come up, and I'll do the best to get you a good answer, or at least an answer. Might not be good, but it's a cool platform, and it can be easy to operate and manipulate. And so yeah, and there's actually Plexus emojis in there.
What?
Let me show you. So when I got to this one right here, where it showed this was a little thing where you can fill in a little bit about yourself. See right there in the middle?
Wait, what did Mitzi say? She was just saying something.
Well, no. Well, you can type up the name Plexus in the GIF,
Yes.
and if you go ahead and look at in the search bar, and you will actually see emojis of Plexus as well too, different types. So I was actually surprised about that as well.
Yes, me too.
I love it.
I just found Slim and Active today, so it was under my favorite drink category, which the formatting was all off. These are actually supposed to be in the middle of these circles, but yeah.
Oh, I can't expand on Zoom. Okay. Get to know.
So yeah.
Oh, shoot, I missed it.
It's easy to find, and when you're in Stories, you click at the top, and the drop-down menu comes down, and it's a GIFs.
Okay. And then just search Plexus, and then I'll start seeing all kinds of things.
Plexus, I put in Slim, and it came up with those. Yeah, there's little icons for lean. There's little icons for quite a few different things.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That way, when you are actually advertising the business, you can spoof it up a little bit and have those little things dancing on the side. So
Whoever did that, I could kiss them. That's too awesome.
all right. Well, thank you for joining in with me tonight, and you guys have a good evening.
Thanks for indulging my long-windedness, and thanks for the Instagram stuff.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye, guys.
All right. Good night.
Thank you guys. Bye.